Peace, wholeness, love, and light. I'm Nudiamonds here with the new moon in Sagittarius energy reading. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. Shout out to the members. And yes, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I make posts or go live. All right. So we're going to deep dive into this energy. Oh man, you guys, the energy is already here. It's already present. Do you feel it? Okay. Do you feel the shifts? Do you see the shifts? Do you hear the shifts? Okay. My ears been ringing since I woke up this rising. It's been, I've been getting messages, downloads, uploads. Okay. So much abundance is pouring in for us in all different ways. And this is just a time for us to reflect on past things, past lessons, past obstacles, and how much we have grown. And one major thing that I noticed with this energy was that all of the new moons are towards the end of the month, towards the end of the season. So this is most definitely a huge ending, right? Old cycles closing, old things closing, old doors closing, old chapters closing for this new essence of you, for this new beginning to pour in for you, depending on what you've been pouring into, depending on what you've invested in, and those things will start to show. So with your decisions, with the opportunities that are presented to you, make sure you are making the best decision. Make sure you're making the most wisest decision. Choose wisely, okay? Because that's what this energy is all about, right? You can take the red pill or you could take the blue pill, right? But the decision is up to you. And make sure that you're making Make sure you're making the best option and best choices for you, not based on anything else. So this is a time where you really get out of your ego, right? Get out of that trauma mindset and get into what is going to propel me for this new year, for the next 4 years, for the next 7 years, for the next generation. How can I better myself now to propel myself into that timeline and anchor myself into that timeline right now without losing myself or losing my mind, right? This isn't a sense of rushing into anything. It's getting settled and getting comfortable in this uncomfortable energy. That has been the main thing, right? A lot of us feeling uneasy, not quite feeling ourselves. We are getting adjusted to this new frequency, this new timeline, this new realm, this new energy, and we are now settled in. So what are some things that you're going to anchor into this new vibration, into this new timeline to solidify where you're going? Okay, so I haven't even got to my notes. Y'all know how your girl do. Your girl's very thorough. Your girl's very thorough with the notes. So we're going to jump into the notes. We're going to jump into some channel messages, some uploads, some downloads, some astrology, and whatever else spirit, the divine, our ancestors may come through with at the time, okay? So the new moon in Sagittarius, okay, this will be happening on the 19th of December at 28 degrees, okay? 28 degrees is all about that Cancer energy, that love. So how are you nurturing yourself? Like I said, anchoring in to this new frequency when it comes to balancing that masculine, that feminine, that ego with that spiritual, that creative with that passion, okay? Because Sagittarius is all about that fire. It's all about mutable fire and initiating things within yourself and being flexible, right? But this is also the moon, right? And the moon is all about intuition. It's all about emotions. It's all about illusions. So making sure you're breaking through certain illusions of your past mind from a past timeline to tap into this new timeline at this exact moment, at this exact time. I didn't want to say time. But that's what it's about, right? We are in those times that we've been waiting for. And it's about what you're doing with your time that is key, because you cannot get time back, okay? All right. So the first thing that's been screaming at me is this Atlas energy. Okay, this third eye Atlas energy. We all know that is the closest proximity to Earth at this time. And something amazing that has been discovered with Three Eye Atlas is it is now gone gold, right? So this energy, wow, Three Eye Atlas, Third Eye Atlas has just went from red to green to blue to gold, right? As it continues to shift, as it continues to anchor in these new golden ray frequencies into our hearts, into our minds, to elevate us to that golden timeline, to have that gold mind, right? The gold mind isn't exterior, it is internal, right? So the more you tap into your gold mind, that golden heart, that treasure chest that lies from within, the more you're able to anchor in these frequencies that are being sent down to us, right? Beam me up, Scotty, right? What type of information have you been receiving? What type of downloads, uploads, messages have you been receiving at this time? These are all very crucial to set you up for this futuristic path, this futuristic journey that we are heading into right now, okay? And with that old 7-year cycle closing, we're entering in a new 7-year cycle. And I've been talking about this energy for a while, right? I've been talking about this Three Eye Atlas energy for a while before it was even discovered, before they even put a name on it. I've been talking about this energy that's been coming from the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and how there's information that is being sent to us, right? Whether it's a ship, whether it's a comet, it's all about what you're doing with the information, what you're doing with the energy that is entering in your atmosphere at this time. Because anybody can get information. It's about what you do with it. Anybody can do anything first, but it's about who does it better, right? And it's not about copying, it's not about stealing, it's about amplifying that initial intention, right? What are your intentions at this time, and how are you prepared to amplify that energy, okay? Because who knows what intentions this third eye Atlas has, and that's just what we're calling it. That's not what this comet calls itself. So we always have to look at things from a different perception and pay attention to the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities at this time. Because when I see something changing in color and it's giving off these different energies, it's shooting off different crystals and different ice particles as it sheds, this coma energy, that makes me think of our aura, that makes me think of our chakras, and us going from lead to gold, us operating from our higher mind, our higher heart, our higher chakras, instead of that base root chakra, right? Not operating out of fear, operating out of knowing, operating out of trusting to get to where we're headed, right? Which goes back into that Sagittarius energy, because Sagittarius energy is all about where you're headed. And if you don't have your mind together, if you don't have your body together, if you don't have your heart together, then you're going to be lost, okay? You're not going to be able to focus as that archer energy loves to focus, half man, half horse, right? That's your lower nature and your higher nature. But if you don't have your lower half governing by instincts, by your intuition, by this internal knowing, then you're going to be wandering off, right? As we get in tune with this, leaving this Piscean age, right? That 12, that feet, that bottom half, we are walking into this new energy, this fire horse energy, which is very much present right now, right? It's about an energy, and that energy is present here right now. We're watching as time shifts, watching as time take off, things take off. And if you are in divine alignment with your purpose, you're going to be taken off as well, okay? So, and that's exactly how I feel. When it comes to this Three Eye Atlas energy, it's a whole lot of things that are taken off. People having more vivid dreams than ever, People getting more in tune. It's a whole new spiritual awakening, a whole new level of ascension that a lot of us are accessing, gifts being activated, just enlightenment in all ways. And like I said, it isn't a race, it's a marathon. So continue to go at your own pace at this time. That's what it's about. And it's about the collective coming together, as this energy will amplify your heart, amplify your desires, amplify your intention, amplify your passion. Okay, you may feel like your heart chakra being activated, palpitating, going off. Like I said, my ears have been ringing. So we're going to continue to feel these amplified energies, frequencies, ascension symptoms, etc., during this time. Because I notice when that new moon always comes in, it's this sense of clarity. We're able to get more of that melanated energy from the cosmos, because it isn't this distraction of the sun, right? It isn't this illumination from the sun that is blinding us, right? Because you can be blinded by the light, right? Light can cast an illusion as well. But when you're sitting in the dark, everything is more clear, right? You can hear. Spirit got me in the forest right now. So when you're in the forest at night, you can hear the frogs, you can hear the owls, you can hear the crickets, you can see the reflection off of the nocturnal animals at night within their eyes, right? So this is where our eyes are illuminated in the dark. This is where we can see in the dark. This is where we become nocturnal in that new moon phase, right? Because things are more clear, things are more present at this time for us to see. Sometimes you got to close your eyes to really see, right? And I heard when you lose a certain sense, that other senses, other gifts are amplified, right? And I also once heard, do blind people dream? Of course, blind people dream. Just because they don't have physical sight don't mean that their minds aren't working, because our eyes are connected to our brain, and our brains are connected to our pineal gland, which really stimulates that serotonin, stimulates that melatonin to help secrete those chemicals and hormones for us to have those visions at night, which is connected to the frontal lobe of the brain. So it's a whole lot of things. Y'all know I'm detoxing. When your girl detox, she tapped all the way in. Okay, shout out to everybody who's detoxing with me. But yeah, I've been getting called since last night to do this reading, okay? So I'm amplified, I'm excited, I'm ready. We here, they're here, and it's a lot of things that are going to be percolating. So just stay ready, sit back, observe, and get ready to integrate all of this benevolent energy that is here for your ascension, all right? Also, that Fire and Ash movie, that Avatar movie will be coming out. So I advise everyone to go look out and go watch that movie, okay? As we know, Avatar is really about the melanated beings, and our story connecting to the Divine Mother, the Great Spirit, the animals, nature, tribes. It's a whole lot of things. But when I think of that Fire and Ash, you know, that sounds like the rise of the phoenix, right? That sounds like the purification process that a lot of us have been going through during this 9 year, especially in this 9th sign, that's Sagittarius, right? As we deep dive into this winter energy, there's going to be a lot of things that we release, we continue to purge, and we continue to open up to with that fire and ash within our avatars at this time. There's a whole lot of integration. There's a whole lot of illumination. There's just this sense of this upgrade that we're all tapping into at this time. So continue to listen to your body, continue to listen to your spirit, and do whatever you feel is necessary at this time for your ascension. All right, so we have a lot of beautiful alignments. Also with that fire and ash, there is going to be this sense of this clash with the mind, clash of the titans, right? As this war energy is very much so present. I don't know if you guys have watched my 6 months prediction video, but everything that I predicted to happen during the Sagittarius season is already happening. I said it was going to be the coldest winter ever. I said we're going to see floods, we're going to see volcanoes, we're going to see earthquakes, and that is all part of this purification, that fire and ash, that war, right? Also, a lot of weather manipulation, right? So just protect yourselves, you guys. Protect yourself at all times. And, protect your mind, your body, your spirit, your essence from everything and anything at this time. Because, like I said, we're at spiritual warfare. We're at mental warfare. And just stay ready. Stay vigilant, okay? Stay dangerous at this time, all right? So let's deep dive into the notes. Those were just some things I had to get off my chest before. That's the intro, okay? That's the intro. Those are some things I had to get off my chest as we begin to deep dive into this energy of this new moon in Sagittarius, okay? So I said this is all about a new mindset when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to people, when it comes to things, a mental reset for a new rebirth, a fresh new start, okay? So this is where you really get in tune with yourself as you're opening up to this new cycle, right? And I really feel like this is a very abundant cycle. Like this cycle will be like no other as we step into, like I said, this underworld energy. This is that first step into the unknown. I'm seeing like a portal, right? So it's really giving that fool's energy, right? Just trusting spirit as you walk into this portal of this unknown energy, but knowing that the divine got you, your ancestors got you, and you, most of all, you got yourself, right? You're not going to let yourself down. Against all odds, we continue to prevail. So being open to this new, unknown, uncomfortable energy as we get settled into this new frequency, right? Because that's what I've been feeling. I know I talked to a lot of Soul Tribe members. They've been saying, yeah, I feel like I've been thrown into some new energy, and I'm adjusting to that, right? So it's this new cycle that we have opened up for ourselves, that we manifested for ourselves, right? All of our actions, everything that we've invested in, every decision, every choice that we have made has led us to where we're at right now. So, holding yourself accountable and being thankful and being grateful for whatever it is and continuing to push through at this time, okay? So I said new cycle, an open mind, and an open spirit when it comes to this new mindset. All right. And opening up to your mind and your heart to the unknown. New everything. Okay. So this is like the rebirth of your mind, the rebirth of yourself, the rebirth of your spirit. This newborn essence. The other day, as soon as I woke up, I heard water splashing. Right. And it wasn't like somebody playing in water. It was like water breaking. Right. But like over these past couple of days, Spirit has been showing me like the birth of us, the birth of the cosmic grid, the birth of this new cycle that we're stepping into, the birth of Earth, right? As it's these cycles within cycles, it's these circles within circles, right? As we tap into this macrocosm and microcosm, right? Because what I'm seeing is like an embryo. It's a cell, right? But the cells within our DNA, right? The egg, the cosmic egg, right? It's your aura, right? It's the planets. It's the galaxy. It's all of these different circles within circles, within cycles, within cycles, within layers, right? Within levels. And the more we get down to our core, get down to our center, and love ourselves and heal ourselves and work on ourselves and continue to push through, the more we break through, right? The more we break through this threshold and we have this rebirth, right? The dying of the old to birth the new, right? That is that phoenix death, because people always say, oh, the phoenix is rising, but what about the phoenix death though? Right? I never even heard nobody talk about that. What about when the phoenix is on fire and is burning and is dying for that purification, right? And I'm assuming it's very painful, right? It's a very painful process as it sinks into itself, right? And then those ashes are falling. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down, right? Ashes, ashes, right? We all fall down, right? But when but when we fall down, we get back up, right? We fall down, but we get up, right? And when we get up, this time we're going to stay up. All right. So it's those lessons, it's those experiences from that death to have this rebirth. When that phoenix rises, when it rises, it dusts off those ashes and it rises higher. It spreads its wings and then it flies and it sets on fire because it's been through the fire of purification. Okay. And that's a lot like what's happening with us, right? This birth, because not only are we having a rebirth, like I said, it's the earth, it's the cosmos, right? Everyone's going through something to push through, to break through, to make us greater, to make you great again, right? What our president said, make America great again. No, make yourself great again. How do you do that? You got to have this death. You got to release some things. You got to cut off some old ties. You got to unlearn some things to learn some new things. You got to let some old things go to receive the new. Okay? So that's what a lot of this energy has been about for this rebirth. And when the water breaks, when that water pours in, right? When that water falls, that's the cleansing, because that's just the beginning, right? Then it's the opening up, right? To push through the birth canal, to push through this new journey, this new mission, this new essence that you are birthing from within yourself, right? As that's what's happening within the earth right now. The earth is entering in this winter solstice energy, and it's that breakthrough, it's that going through the unknown, right? Like the birth canal of a baby. You know, the baby is going into the unknown. It's dark, it's pressure, it's all of this pain that the mother has to endure. But once we make it through, it's this beautiful new beginning, this beautiful new you, this beautiful new space, this bliss that you experience from that pain. Okay, so, you know, death it's the art of death. Death is beautiful. It doesn't always have to be this, you know, it's a homegoing, it's a transition. And you can look at it in all different ways. Yes, it's painful, right? It's a painful thing, but it's also a beautiful thing, because it's a transition. It's to let you know that you've entered in a new stage in your life. Okay. And essentially that's what happens when you get to a new level. What they say, new levels, new devils. That's new pressure. That's new things. That's new tests, right? To see if you really made for this new energy that you've been asking for. Are you really made for, you know, are you really ready for what you're asking for? You got to be tested, right? That's the teacher giving you that test. And depending on how you're doing that test, what's going to determine what grade level you at. We're going to let you know if you got to go back and do a couple of things. Let you know if you got an A or you got an F. All right. So that's just some food for thought. Food for thought. All right. So new everything and unlimited possibilities are here for you when you keep an optimistic way of viewing things, an optimistic way of seeing things, and seeing everything to manifest your heart's desires. Okay, so staying in an optimistic way, alchemizing way of thinking to continue to manifest whatever your heart's desires, because with this abundance energy, you cannot operate from lack. You cannot operate from fear. Right now, I'm not saying be delusional, right? Have this toxic positivity mindset, right? You don't want the house to be on fire and you're like, oh, nothing's wrong. No, take accountability, take action. But what I'm saying is, if you really want to manifest things, you have to operate from it already being manifested. It is already here. It is a feeling that you have to invoke, which sends this energy out into your physical frequency. It sends frequencies, energies, currency, waves to the ethers, to the universe, to let you know I'm already vibrating at that frequency to receive this thing, to receive this want, to receive this desire, to receive this love. I'm open and ready to receive love from the universe, love from the divine, love from my ancestors right now. I'm ready. And that's when the floodgates open. That's when the abundance pours in. That's when the gold mine, you start to strike rich, because it's not something outside of you. It is something from within you that you begin to unlock and decode. Okay? All right. There will be tests, but nothing you can't handle. All right? As we go into this Christ consciousness energy, this Christmas energy, right? It's going to be certain things that test you, certain things that trigger you, but it's not nothing you can't handle, especially if you took every step. You didn't skip no steps, right? If you took all of the right steps, not rushing to get to the end goal, really enjoying the journey, right? Really processing and observing each step, right? You're going to already see certain patterns, certain frequencies, and you'll be able to catch it immediately. So if it's a test coming your way, oh, I already know that's a test because I've seen that before. I felt this energy. I see the pattern, right? I'm seeing the same symbols. I'm seeing the same signs. And a test doesn't always have to be negative. All right, okay. All right, Soul Tribe, drop them gems in the chat, because y'all know I'm coming with it. Like I said, we on day 19 of the detox. The glow is, the aura is auraing, okay? The energy is at an all-time high, and we are just shining our light. So don't dim your light for nobody, even in the midst of a storm, okay? All right, so I said 31 in Virgo. How is your health, right? Because I said 31 in Virgo. I love that, because 3-Eye Atlas is in Virgo right now. That's the sign that 3-Eye Atlas is in. So this is really going to amplify your mental health, amplify your physical health, amplify your spiritual health, amplify your sexual health, amplify your financial health. At this time, it's going to be all of this energy pouring in when it comes to health, when it comes to analyzing things, when it comes to organizing things, and breaking through illusion to wanting to be perfect. Okay, just going with the flow of things as they come, and illuminating those different portals that you have from within you at this time. Okay. So I say, yeah, how is your health? How you doing? How y'all doing, in the great words of Bobby Hemmett? Y'all all right? Okay? All right. How is your health on all levels? Don't forget to ground yourself. That's going to be essential. There's going to be a lot of higher heart activations. So this is going to be a time where you're going to be called to forgive. There's going to be brought up for forgiveness, forgiving yourself for past things, accepting yourself, forgiving others, forgiveness, grief, okay, fears, releasing. That way you can remember the true ways of your heart before all of these weight, before all of this darkness, before all of this hurt, before all of this pain affected your heart. You're releasing these things to lighten up your heart so you can be lighthearted. Have a light energy and shine your light without these specks of dust, without something dimming it, without the illusion, without these layers, without these lenses. Removing the lenses off of your heart. Removing the lenses off of your eyes, because it's casting an illusion at this time. Okay. And I also say, remembering the waves of your heart, So the ways, how do I move in my ways, right? How do I go about my ways? And also the waves, the pulses, right? The frequencies, the patterns, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. Remembering who you are before the people in the world got to you, before the things in the world affected you. Okay. Also got the color green, attributed to the heart, attributed to the earth. Okay. Pink, attributed to the heart. I got like pastel colors, being light, ascension. Like I said, chakras, higher heart chakra activations. Because pink is all about that divine mother energy, daughter earth, mother universe, father spirit, the sun, all of these things coexisting and responding to us at this time. Be open. Okay. I also put blue light blue frequencies. So this is basically like heart chakra activations and going up, because the heart, when we talk about the heart goes through levels of ascension. Okay. And I'm getting my crown. Oh my God. Sorry, y'all. I'm feeling feeling some energy. But when the heart is being activated for a higher heart ascension, it's levels to the heart, right? It's chambers in the heart, right? It has 4 chambers, and it's this pulsing, it's these waves, right? It's this cleansing and purging, releasing and pulling. That's what the heart does. So it's these levels and layers of the heart. First, it's that green. Then it's that pink, right? That's divine love, right? Then it hits this light blue color. And I can speak from this because I've watched my heart chakra change colors in my aura. This is how you know you going up different layers in your healing, okay? And if y'all haven't checked out my aura photo picture videos, y'all should, because this shit is real. It's not no game. It's not woo-woo. It's not pseudoscience. This is real, okay? But it's levels with the heart. You start off with the green. That's when you're open. You start off with the pink. That's when you connect into love, right? Infinite love. Then you go to that light blue. That's when you merge that masculine and that feminine together, right? Because it's not always about divine mother. It's about a divine father essence as well. And then merging those two, right? That's that red and that blue. That red and that blue make that purple. That purple is that crown, right? You can't even really unlock the crown chakra unless you master all of your chakras, because you get to the crown chakra and you lose your damn mind. You be out in these ethers traveling lost and won't be able to come back because you don't know how to ground yourself. Okay, so it's a balance with everything, with 3, 3, 3, 3 on the clock. Divine mastery is all about balance, all about alchemy, not opposing one another, harmonizing and finding balance with those energies. Shout out to Sister Myra. Shout out to all the master teachers. All right, they paved the way for us to kick down these doors. Okay, so yes, I got galactic activations. That's what I put, because that's exactly what's happening right now. It's all of this energy coming in from the cosmos. Like I said, I've been talking about this for a while now. Energy being sent in from the middle of the Milky Way galaxy, Sagittarius A, Sagittarius B, and Sagittarius C. It's a lot of gamma ray frequencies, galactic cosmic rays that are shooting in, that are aligned with Earth, especially during the winter time, which connects to our sun and also makes the sun ramp up with these solar flares, the CMEs, right? And not only that, we also have a interstellar object in our solar system, so it's really going to be amplified. It's like we're getting 3 waves 3 waves of consciousness to help us level up in our ascension. And it's inevitable. Nobody is excluded from this energy. Nobody is special. Everything, everyone, everything is feeling this energy. From the little itty bitty ants to the mycelium network, to the birds, to the weather, to the trees, to us, to the everything. Every atom, every cell, every particle is feeling this. It's a galactic thing. We not just special. It's not just Earth, right? It's everything. The cosmos. Everything is shifting in the cosmos, right? All of the planets are making their final transition. They're all transitioning after so long. We have these huge outer planets that are all making huge transitions this year. That's why this energy this year has been all about purging and releasing, because a lot of these new transitions, this new cycle that you're entering in, these old things cannot come. So if you're wondering why, that's a big incentive as to why you're feeling these changes, why things are collapsing, why things are changing. Spirit, the divine, your higher self is trying to get you to wake up and recognize there may be some things you have to let go. There may be some things you have to change. There may be some things you have to accept. There may be some things you have to sit back and receive at this time, because it's not always about us. The picture is much bigger than us. We just bring our pieces to the puzzle so that way we can see the vision a little clearly, a little more clear, right? Your mission is bigger than you. So continue to operate from integrity. Continue to operate from your heart. Continue to operate from justice, divine light, because it's guiding you somewhere. 9 times out of 10, you're probably being used as a vessel, all right? Your little avatar, all right? So, yes, I said galactic activations, Earth grids to the universal grid. And that's taking me into the quantum realm, the quantum field, because as we're here on this Earth grid, it's this open plane, it's this open field, right? And when we open up our minds and open up our hearts, we open up to the galactic grid, right? We open up to this cosmic grid, this quantum grid, this quantum realm, where we can create our reality. I'm also seeing, what is that? The metaverse, right? Where you can create whatever world, create whatever avatar, create. That's the realm and the space that we're in. You can create whatever world, whatever realm, whatever character you want to be. Be that. Be great. Imagine. Your imagination is key. And how do you access your imagination? You have to get in tune with your inner child, right? That's why we've been called to do a lot of healing with the inner child. Our inner child has been making itself louder than ever, wanting more attention than ever, because you need that inner child to be free, to be open, to be happy, to access your imagination, to unlock these things that you're trying to manifest at this time. And if you would like to go deeper, y'all can book my Master in the Shadows class, because I do a very thorough deep dive into how to access that energy, because I don't want to do that here. That'll be a whole nother hour. And I'm supposed to be doing this dang new moon. It's Sagittarius, and the spirit got me going on an attention, but this energy is present here for anyone and everyone to access it. Okay? So make sure you're doing the work, because then you will see the reward. All right? But I said, expect change as we burst into flames to set off the 2026 with a bang. Ooh, y'all, did y'all catch them bars? Your girl be going in, okay? I said, expect change as we burst into flames to set off this 2026 with a bang. Unleash potent energy and unleash your fears to tap into freedom. Okay? You're breaking free of this cage, this box, these constructs of your mind, these constructs of your heart. You're breaking free of this cage around your heart, right? Because we got a rib cage to protect our heart, to protect our lungs. But it's also a mental light lock. It's also a mental prison that a lot of us are breaking free of at this time, that we got to deep dive to access, to unlock. And you have the access codes. Access has been granted, okay? Shout out to the Soul Tribe. I love y'all so much. But I said, this will be a lot of heart activations. And this is due to, like I said, that 3-eye Atlas energy being close to Earth. Because Earth is the heart of our solar system. Right? It's the perfect space. You know, it's not too far. It's not too close to where it gets, you know, it's too hot. It's too cold, right? It's just right. Three little, what are Goldilocks and 3 little bears. It's just right for life to be created. Okay? So you got to get this, you got to do the alchemy within your heart to get the access that you want to ascend, to manifest whatever reality you want. Okay? I don't know, but spirit got me going somewhere. And then when I was doing my notes, I had heart palpitations. I was like, that's confirmation. So like I said, it's gonna be, because it's a polarity with this energy too. It's gonna be a lot of physical death, and it's gonna be a lot of spiritual rebirths at this time. All right. And like I said, I'm not gonna tell y'all what y'all want to hear. I'm gonna give the message directly from source, from ancestors, from my spirit to y'all, just to relay the message. All right. So it's going to be polarities with that heart amplified, right? We're going to see people crashing out. We're going to see people having heart attacks. We're going to see people, you know, energy being amplified, electrocution, right? Just shocking events, unexpected things happening. All of that is going to be present during this time. Okay. All right. Okay. So now, as we get into the chart, we have the sun, the moon, Venus, and Mercury all in Sagittarius. This is major, okay? So this is all about healing intuitively, right? And getting in tune with your emotions, because your emotions will be exposed. Everything is being exposed. And this is going to expose how you value yourself. So how do you value yourself spiritually? How do you value yourself emotionally? Right? And how do you value yourself when it comes to healing? How are you healing yourself? Right? Because healing isn't just about doing the shadow work. It's also about pouring into yourself with self-love, with self-value, your self-worth. Right? Not shortening yourself. Not devaluing yourself. Getting what you deserve and knowing that you deserve things, and not being impulsive when it comes to splurging on yourself, finding a balance. If you've been working, it may be time for you to play a little bit. All right. If you've been playing, it may be time for you to get some work done. Finding that balance at this time so you can continue to ascend. Okay. And I said, how do you value yourself, and how do you communicate with yourself and with your higher self? Because your soul and your spirit will be showing you your true values. Your soul and your spirit will be showing you where your true values lie, where they are, where they're at. You don't need external validation for anything. Your spirit is going to give you confirmation on what you need to truly be valuing about yourself. It's not how you look. It's not what it looked like. Your heart, your spirit, your core, your essence, your integrity, your mind. Those are things that are high value to spirit, to yourself, to source, to the divine. And those sacrifices that you had to make to get here, to get to where you're at, to heal, that's what spiritually is valuable. It's not physical money. Because when we perish, we can't take any of these materialistic things with us anyway. Yes, it's an asset here on earth in this physical realm. When we cross over to the spiritual realm, what that spirit work do? Okay? That's where your true value lies. All right? Then we have Uranus in Taurus retrograde, opposite of Lilith in Scorpio. Okay? So this is staying true to your unique values of yourself, right? Not letting things persuade you, coerce you, trick you, manipulate you, deceive you. Like I just said, our true values are, come on now, staying true to your unique values of yourself and expect the unexpected. A hidden power will be revealed to you. Okay, so this could be money coming in. Like I said, abundance, abundance, abundance. It don't matter, but baby, it do. Okay, I ain't delusional. We are in this physical realm. We need physical things to survive. Yes, we do. Money's gonna be coming in. I said it. So y'all see how I do. We don't need none of this shit, but we need this shit. Drop some gems in the chat for me. All right. But I said a hidden power would be revealed. Money, gifts coming in. Okay, we in this, 'tis the season. All right. And this is physical and spiritual. Unexpected gifts. Okay. I said a lover. I put love. I meant to put love, and spirit made me write that R on it. And I said, ooh, a lover. Someone that loves you. Someone that values you in the physical and in the spiritual. And this is on all levels. This could be a partner. This could be a soulmate. This could be a relationship. This could be all three in one. Okay. This could be family members. This is holiday time. So this is time to gather around the fire, right? Soul tribe, ancestor things, family things, friend things, right? Light your candle if you got ancestors in the ancestor realm. Venerate your ancestors. Show them, pour little libations out. Okay. Do what you gotta do. But this is where you get in tune with that love energy and love on yourself, most importantly. Love of self. Okay. And I said divine abundance. Okay. That's gonna be a big thing. Partners coming in. If you crossed over already, because a lot of us have been at a crossroads, right? And that crossroads is a timeline, a huge timeline shift. And this was all in the chart. I'm gonna probably put it up on the screen. I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I don't have my other phone. But yeah, y'all know how I do, and I know y'all trust me. It was timelines on this chart. Okay. Where was I at? Okay. Yep, if you crossed over already the crossroads, you're on a different timeline. So that's what that crossroad, that's what that decision was. Every decision you make, it leads you on a different path, a different timeline, different option, right? In a multiverse, we're multidimensional beings. And every decision, every choice you make leads you on a different path in a parallel timeline. Okay. That's some metaphysics for that ass. All right. But a lot of us have crossed over. We made our decision and we're going to be living that out and watching things play out for this next cycle that we have entered in. Okay. That's why a lot of us been feeling like, which way did he go? Which way do I go? I don't really know. But my spirit was calling me to make this decision way more than this other one. So I'm going to go with this one because my spirit ain't led me wrong. My spirit haven't led me astray. I haven't let myself astray yet. The divine hasn't let myself. God, Allah, whatever your spiritual religious beliefs are, they haven't let you astray yet. So continue to follow that. Continue to listen to that and let that guide you. Let yourself guide you. Okay. All right. Then I said we have Jupiter in Cancer retrograde at the 22nd degree. So this is all about great expansion of the heart and your heart's values, past things and inner child, internal seeds of life for the external seeds of life for that growth. Okay. the family tree growing exponentially, tapping into your roots, tapping into your family tree, tapping into your ancestors in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm, in the galactic realm, on all realms. Okay, macrocosm. All right, I'm seeing little entities. All right, the DNA, the particles, the atoms within our cells, within the nuclei. Yes, all of these things that make up our structure, our DNA. This has been going on for centuries, eons, darling, eons. It's beyond us. It's greater than us. Okay. And expanding our hearts to see the bigger picture. This is about soul tribe. This is about family, right? Blood family and spiritual family, to help us grow the bloodline. Okay? The blood. That was something that kept popping up. All right? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Because the blood is, you know, people like to talk about blood sacrifices, to each his own. But there is no greater sacrifice than sacrificing yourself. Like Yeshua, like Jesus, he sacrificed himself, right? When I think about that from a metaphorical standpoint, a lot of the chosen ones, a lot of the star seeds, a lot of the healers, a lot of the shamans, we have to sacrifice ourselves for the bloodline, for the ancestor tree, for the family tree to keep growing, because somebody got to do it. Somebody got to be the generational cure. Somebody got to have the solution for the problem. Somebody got to be the solution for the problem. Somebody got to have the answer for the questions. Somebody got to be able to go seek to find. Somebody got to put in the work. Somebody got to do it. All right. So we was that blood sacrifice for the lineage, for this timeline that we're entering in at this time. Okay. And I said timelines have merged, the past to the future. Okay. So like I said, it's been a lot of timelines collapsing, a lot of timeline merging, a lot of time dilation, feeling like time is speeding up, time is going slower, deja vu, Mandela effect, not quite feeling yourself, feeling weird, feeling strange, you know, feeling like being ahead of time, feeling like you're going into the past. Yeah. That's how you know you didn't collapse some things in a time. Like you need a glitch in the matrix. Okay, things are shifting, things are changing, and it's due to you. It's due to you being sure and confident in your destiny, being confident on your mission. So you anchoring into that timeline, you anchoring into that frequency, and when you anchor something in, everything else collapses. Okay. All right. So, I said information will be pouring in. This is all about the cerebral fluid coming in. And that cerebral fluid is all about that DNA activation, information pouring into the DNA. And this is where that past and that present information comes in as well. Okay? Because that cerebral fluid is that Kundalini energy, right? And when that is unraveled, when that is unlocked, when that is activated, it sends up information. It activates different light codes, activates different neurons, different brain cells, different chakras, different place points, different memories, different dreams, right? There's so many things that happen when that cerebral fluid, that Christ consciousness, that Christos energy is unlocked. Okay. And it has so many names for that energy. But this is also about relaxing the nervous system to release the medicine and to receive the medicine. Because like I said, if you operate from fear, you lock yourself off from receiving the love, right? So you have to relax the nervous system to receive the medicine, the neurons, the new everything. the neurons, the new ions that are pouring in at this time, okay? All right. Then I said the South Node is in Virgo. As we continue to break through the past of the ghost, the shadow self, some things may try to come back and haunt us, may feel haunted, all right? But this resides within the home, because normally what are things that are haunted? It's a ghost in a home, right? Because that energy is locked in, that energy is trapped in, right? And I don't know why, but earlier this rising I heard Ghost Rider, and I was like, what? I haven't seen or heard Ghost Rider in so long, but we are those ghost riders, right? We connect with spirits, we connect with ourselves, we connect with the ancestors, we connect with all of these different things to communicate, right? Because a ghost writer, right, is someone that I'm seeing someone writing in scribes, writing in strolls, right? Being that Tahuti, being that thought, getting that thought form down on that piece of paper to write the blueprint, to write your new destiny in the Akashic records, right? We are the new record keepers. Okay. And you know, when I think of a ghostwriter, as far as rapping, is someone coming in with this extra energy to amplify whatever the intention is of that song, of that music, of that note, of that frequency, to be on one accord, right? Ooh, I love that. Spirit is showing me like a ghostwriter, like literally like spirit coming in to help us rewrite our destiny, to write new scrolls, to write new information, like an angel coming in and protecting you and helping you create your destiny at this time. Wow, that's a beautiful vision I'm seeing. It's beautiful, right? Because a ghost, yeah, a ghost ain't gotta be like scary either, right? You could think of the Holy Ghost. Come on now. You can think of all type of, you know, spiritual essences coming in to help assist you. You know, angels, spirits, ghosts being haunted, right? So just opening up your mind to different things at this time, okay? To receive the new, because we're breaking through something at this time. Okay, then I said the North Node, Saturn, and Neptune are all in Pisces. Your future self is calling you. Can you hear it? Can you see it? Can you feel it? The discipline, the sacrifice, the work you put in now is setting you up for your future self. Continue to tap into your power and get in tune with your magic. Your season is here. Because there's a water trine in the chart with all of those aspects I just named off. We have Lilith in Scorpio. We have Jupiter in Cancer. And then we also have North Node, Saturn, Neptune in Pisces. And this is all for you to get in divine alignment with your spirit, with those internal waters, because water matters. Water, W-A-T-E-R, matters. M-A-T-T-E-R. See, you just add one more T. It's the same thing with the W and the M flipped up. So water really matters. Water is the information. That's what we're getting in tune with. We are made up of water. As above, so below. The space above, the space below, right? NASA is really meant to, the search the sea. They stopped searching the sea. And we're going to space there. Getting in tune with the water, the air, right? The oxygen, H2O, getting in tune with the water within you, the information within you, the frequency, the currency, the waves, the memory. Everything is attributed to water. One thing I love when it comes to water is when you get in water and you just let yourself go, you float. You just weightless, the sense of no gravity. And that's one thing I love about when astronauts go to space, it's no gravity. So it's this sense of being free, this freedom, this going with the flow, but not getting too lost in anything, because you can drown. You can get lost in space. So you always got to find the sense of being grounded and tethering back to yourself. No matter what realm you in, finding that balance and finding that harmony within yourself, with your emotions, with your intuition at this time. That's going to be key. All right, you guys? I said, as we enter the void, the cup overflows. All right? Don't forget to flush the toilet. All right? Because a cup can be a bowl, right? A bowl of water, a cup overflowing, right? That's, you know, that's the Ace of Cups. That's the chalice. That's the Holy Grail. That's the elixir of life. Yeah, I want that, right? But if that toilet overflowing, toilet, come on now. You got to flush that old shit down the toilet. Time to clog, time to plunge, time to something. It got to get fixed. Okay? So this can go both ways. But once you do the work, you can receive the flow of abundance. Okay? Old cycles are being released counterclockwise. Information is being unlocked, right? Because a clock, you know, clockwise, but counterclockwise, right? Going back, clockwise, wise, wisdom, information, right? Shout out to 13 Moon. She did a reading for me, and she was like, you have clockwise information. I keep seeing hands on the clock going back. You got some ancient wisdom with you. I said, ooh, bars. She kept seeing scrolls and all this other stuff. Gave me a lot of confirmation on who I was before I was really in tune with who I was. So yeah, that counterclockwise information is being activated from within a lot of us right now. We all have a lot of wisdom beyond our years. We all have a lot of information beyond our knowing. Sometimes we know things we don't know. How we know, we just know, right? Yeah, that's that ancestral energy, that DNA being activated from within. Okay? Old wisdom will resurface, old memories. Okay? A flag is being raised. Victory is yours. Victory is ours. It's time. The marathon continues. All right, shout out Nipsey Hussle. This is a huge victory for you. Peace, wholeness, and bliss. So you'll start to feel these things. I'm feeling it right now. I got to chill out because I'm trying. That's what it feel like. It feel like bliss. It feel like peace. It feel like love. It feel like abundance. It feel like source. It feel like the divine. It feel like your ancestors is right here with you. Your angels is right here with you. Your spirit guides is right here with you. You ain't got no fear. No worries. You are well taken care of. And you are grateful. You are thankful. Don't let nothing steal your peace, steal your joy, steal your wholeness. Steal that bliss. It is yours. Steal that love that you have, that you cultivated for yourself. It is yours. You heard. Okay? This is the Big Dipper pouring in that water. And that's one thing about Big Dipper energy, is with every season, the Big Dipper changes. Okay? And I believe when we're in winter, the Big Dipper is upside down. So the Big Dipper pours in information like Aquarius, pouring in information. Okay? Those frequencies. All right? Information, currency, frequency, energy, electricity, abundance. Because abundance is a currency. Okay? It's a frequency. All right, so pouring water, info, memories, cleanses, washing, renewing, healing, drowning, purging, the illusions of the depths. Ooh, the illusions of the depths. Sheesh. Right? Because Spirit, when I was doing these notes, Spirit had me like in the bottom of an ocean and just sitting there. And I could see like the ghost of like animals but it was nothing there. Like, and it was an illusion. Like, our fears are fucking illusions, y'all. Like, the fear of what, especially if it haven't happened yet, right? Alchemize those fears into bliss and expect positive things to amplify that intention and amplify that energy with a good feeling instead of a negative feeling. Okay. But I said illusion of the depths erased because the karmic debt is paid, and what is owed will be paid to you. The home, the foundation, because we are entering in a vortex, and that's going into the winter solstice energy, where we get pulled into this tunnel, this wormhole, this energy of darkness, and we sit with ourselves, and we go into isolation, we go into hibernation, we get in sacred solitude, and we be still as the earth purges, as we purge, and be thankful, and we reflect as we go into this huge transformation before we break out into spring, before we march forward into spring. Okay. Then in the chart it looks like an L, and then I would turn it, and then it would turn, and then it would look like, you know, like a 7. So I kept getting like love, and then different angles, right? Those angles, those right angles, those 90-degree angles put pressure on us. They like square being put in a box to break free of the box, right? And then that 7 for us to get in tune with our divine selves, with our divine alignment, right? Because the L and the 7 to be, oh, loser, L7, you L7. That's my mom used to always say that. Okay. But I said the turn, right? The turn, the angle, the L, the 7, that's the turn, right? So we're making the turn. This is where the universe, Earth, is making its turn. We are making the turn for change, a 90 degrees of separation. Okay? That's space, because separation is a sense of space, right? So we're making a huge turn in space. This is where you make a huge turn for your space. Sacred space, separation. I don't know, big split. Okay? And I said, this is a portal that we're entering into, and it's kind of like Tetris. We got to find the pieces, rotating the pieces to make the pieces fit, and some pieces don't fit, and it's going to be gaps, and it's going to be holes, and we just got to wait till we clear that line, till we clear that timeline. Then shit drop down, and you collapse the timelines, because I started playing Tetris about, a week ago, and I was like, ooh, because I love Tetris. I love puzzles, right? But that's what it's like, okay? And then I said 1983, 1984, something with that energy will be present. Some type of old remembrance of that energy will be making itself known, making itself present at this time. Okay. And I said, you've unlocked the keys to the puzzle. You solved it. And it's all about how you view it, because Tetris is all about how you view it. It's all about your perception. It's all about how you perceive things when it comes to a puzzle. Okay. And I said, some things are, I don't even know what I said right here. Is this sheltered? Oh, yep. Sheltered, covered, right? Because at 7, it has like a cover, right? It has like this top, like an umbrella, right? It's covered. You're divinely covered, divinely protected, divinely guided, right? And I said, the stars are rising to shine bright again. The stars of the underworld, the underdog, will rise. Okay? Hidden realms and the underdogs will show out, because it's showtime. And the spotlight is being put on us. The spotlight is being put on you. And get ready to shine. Get ready to stand up. Okay? All right. Then I started to go into my channel messages. And I said, as soon as I started to go into my channel messages, Spirit made me like, I don't know, Spirit was like stretching me. And I was like, what is that about? And Spirit said, tall. I want you to stand up tall, like elongating your spine. Like, and that's kind of like the energy I felt when I started to get into this reading. The back of my spine started tingling. And yeah. So like, stand up straight, stand up tall, get ready to receive blessings, get ready to receive confirmation, get ready to be all that you can be. Because there's some divine information that's coming in for you. Okay. All right, let me get these messages out because I'm starting to channel some stuff. But I said, it's your time, 2026. And then I heard loudly, I promise you this. I promise you this. Here it comes. So Spirit said that loud. Spirit said, I promised you this. Here it comes. So it's something that you were promised, something that Spirit promised you, some type of, I don't know. It's something that's in your spiritual contract that's spiritually catered to you, because it's different for all of us. But it's going to come forth. It's already solidified. It's already done. You're already seeing things trickle in on it, especially if you've been operating from your soul mission. Okay, you already seen little things, confirmation on this thing, whatever it is that's catered to you, coming in. Okay, so I promised you this, and here it comes. And then I heard wind, and it's trippy because I heard this same wind last night, and there wasn't no wind blowing. I was in the house. I just heard right. So that's how you know you've entered in some new energy. So it's a new time. When I told you my ears is ringing. Yeah, they hear. And we know who they is. The ancestors, okay? The angels of light, the entities, the benevolent ones, okay? The aliens. They hate being called aliens, y'all. They're not aliens, okay? It was ancient ancestors, okay? But I heard wind, and then I heard like a thunderstorm. And it made me think of the fire horse, because when a horse is running in the gallop, it sounds like thunder, like and it also sounds like a heartbeat. Yeah, that spirit, that fire. I can't wait to do my fire horse breakdown, y'all. I'm about to go in. Okay, but I said the fire horse, a thunderstorm. Are you ready? You ready? And then I heard cut, like a director's cut. They call that a clapperboard. But I said the director's cut, action, clapperboard, and then I got chills. Okay. And then when I think of a director's cut, you know, in a movie, the director's cut is an alternative ending that the director wanted to show. It's normally a longer version of the movie, but they take it out because of certain standards that the movie may have wanted, or just the alternative ending. And that's kind of like what this energy is. It's the director's cut. Is what you wanted your movie to look like, with you being the director of your own movie. It's however you want it to go. And it may be extended. It may be an alternative. It may be a little different, but it's exactly how you wanted to do it. Because if you've been manifesting it the right way, if you've been putting in the right intentions, putting in the right energy, putting in the right love, in that cauldron, in that magic, okay, you alchemist, you magician, you high priestess, you prophet, yeah, this is your time to shine in your movie the way that you wrote it. And we got some alternative endings coming up, okay? It's some alternative things that's coming in, okay? But we're about to see something unbelievable to our eyes, okay? These two physical eyes, we're going to see something unbelievable. The pathway with the stars. We're walking on the pathway to the stars. I remember my vision now. I could see a road being lit up, and it was stars on the road, and it made me think of the Walk of Fame. See, we are famous in the spiritual realm for the work that we do down here. Okay, like I said, we are divinely favored, highly favored, divinely protected, chosen, all of that stuff. Why? Because of our bloodline and because of the spiritual work that we do, because of the physical work that we do, because of the healing that we do, because of the light that we shine. We don't have to do none of this. We can just be little puppets, little bad puppets too. We can do whatever the hell we want in the realm of free will, but we choose to have discipline. We choose to sacrifice. We choose to operate from the highest light, to be a vessel of the divine, of source. Boots on the ground for Big Mama. Shout out to Sister Myra. Okay, holla if you hear me. Drop them gems in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. All right. But I said Hollywood. I said 1858. That 18 energy. Okay. Because 18 is that moon card. And that's an illumination of the mind. Right. And like I said, we are famous in the hidden realms. But we have to calm our breath, take a deep breath, and get in tune with ourselves to truly see ourselves. Because sometimes our eyes, our physical eyes, tell lies, right? Real eyes, real lies, real lies. Real eyes, real lies, real lies. Okay? And then I just kept seeing stars. I kept seeing stars, stars, stars. So rise of stars, Merkaba activation, Kundalini activations, releasing money, love, abundance, greed, right? Because with that money, some people get greedy, that devil energy, right? The light bearer, things being illuminated, right? Because like I said, it ain't just about, oh, peace, love, and light. I'm a light worker. Yeah, but I'm also a shadow worker. I do the shadow work to be a light worker. Okay, so it's polarity with that star energy, but keep shining your light. Because I seen a star in a box, and that made me think of gifts. That made me think of Christmas. That made me think of presents. And I seen a star in a box, and then the box opened up, and then the star came out, and then I immediately made me think of Mario. That dun 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 dun. Superstar time. Come on now. Niggas is invincible. We hitting that invincibility mode. You can go through this realm, go through this world untouched. You're untouchable. You're unfuckwittable. Okay? That's the type of energy we about to be walking in at this time. Okay? And I said gifts. I said you're a superstar. And it's time to tap into that superstar time, superstardom on this journey. More gifts will be unlocked, especially during that Christmas time. We're going to start to see a lot of orbs, right? Because stars, orbs, spirits, lights, right? Christmas lights. You know, the star at the top of the tree. That's the Kundalini hitting that pineal gland and activating that Christ consciousness energy. So you can see multiple realms and dimensions and light spectrums and multi-dimensional being things and yeah, all that good stuff. All right, so it's going to be a great activation that happens during this time period. And and when I was looking at this box that had the star in it, after the star came out, it was just a box. And then I started to see spirit guides, like little orbs on the side of the box. So your spirit guides are, like I said, they right there with you every step of the way. Your ancestors, your benevolent entities that you work with, whatever, they right there with you. Okay, and they rooting you on, they cheering you on at this time. So don't give up. All right, your angels are here helping you to advance on your journey. Okay. And there's going to be some major things that happen this winter season. I got 218 as a date, 222 and 1234 for like ascension energy and really going up at this time. So yeah, things are going to really start to take off. I feel like this is a huge new cycle that we're stepping into, with getting in tune with who we are, getting in tune with our power, and knowing that and letting this abundance flow to us and being able to receive love and receive abundance from the divine at this time. All right. So that is my new moon in Sagittarius energy reading. You guys, please let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification so you know when I go live and make posts. If there's anything you would like to tap into, my website, donations, all that stuff is down in the description box below. Any products, all that stuff is, you know, on my website. And yeah, shout out to Soul Tribe, shout out to the members, shout out to the moderators. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace, wholeness, love, and light. Peace.